The Old Testament prophet Habakkuk seemed to have an issue with God. He lived in a difficult day, a day that parallels our day, because he saw in his nation that there was wickedness, there was violence, there was crookedness in high circles, and yet God seemed to be doing nothing about it. And this godly prophet had a concern about that. And it's almost like he challenged God. God, why are you not doing something? And I think that a lot of Christians in our day, we look around and we see what's going on in our nation. We see the violence, the wickedness, the ungodliness. We see how that God has been kicked out of our schools and how that God is not considered at all in government or in any aspect of American life to speak of, apart from the religious life of America. And we become very concerned and we want to say, God, why are you not doing anything? Why don't you do anything? Well, God made it known to Habakkuk. He knew exactly what was going on, and he had a plan, and he would implement his plan. Might not be to everybody's liking, but God had a plan. God always does have a plan. And he convinced Habakkuk that you could trust God with all of the circumstances of a nation. And in the last chapter of the book, just 3 chapters, in the 3rd chapter, it closes with the prophet Habakkuk praising God, rejoicing, and yet nothing has changed. Everything's the same. There's still wickedness in the country. There's still violence. There's still ungodliness. And the nation is going to be judged. They are under the judgment of God soon to come. And yet he's praising God as he ends up the book. What happened between the 1st chapter and the last chapter? When he's accusing God and then when he's praising God. What's happened has taken place in Habakkuk's heart. He has learned you can trust God. And I say to American Christians, we trust God. We don't know what's going to happen in America, but I know who does know. We can trust him. We can place our faith, we can place our confidence in our God. And I would recommend that rather than being despondent and depressed, that we just praise God and trust him because he does know exactly what he's permitting to happen.